you'll fake it for the news coverage. Seem like you know 50 Cent more than you know you, Curtis. Goddamn.
50 Cent, it's over. It is over. It is done. Don't you say another fucking word about T.I., Tiny, King, Damani, none of them. Put the fucking phone down and give it up. Go write some more scripts on Power or something for Showtime, because guess what? If you say another word about the family of the Harrises, it's gonna get worse for you. I'm sorry. You got embarrassed by the one that don't hardly say shit. You got embarrassed by Damani. And I didn't even know he rapped for real. But Damani got my full motherfucking attention. He gave you a therapy session and didn't even charge you $350 an hour for your deepest, darkest secrets. King already flamed you. T.I. gave you 4 diss tracks. But Damani dropped a nuclear warhead right on Park Avenue, where you just so happen to be standing. Damani gave you the absolute fucking business on this record. He didn't cuss. He didn't make any overt threats. He basically said, hey, I'm gonna have a conversation with your mom. But I want everybody to pay attention to that second verse. The second verse on that record, my God. So many gems and jewels on that second verse on Damani's record. There's no way 50 can come back from this. This is my conversation to 50. This is what I'm gonna say to 50. Because I'm talking directly to him. Curtis, don't make another fucking meme. Don't make another fucking meme. Don't make another IG post talking about people's lips and faces and all that kind of shit. I don't want to hear nothing else you got to say unless I hear a beat, see a picture of something, and hear you dropping fucking bars. I don't want to hear none of that. I don't want to see none of that shit. You better drop some bars. Other than that, don't post nothing. Hey, yo, Jay, you better go holler at your boy Fifth and tell him to chill the fuck out, because this is gonna get ugly for him if he keep this shit up. I'm just saying, enough with the dumb shit. No more memes. Drop a bar or shut the fuck up. And y'all thought I was just gonna stop? Nah, dog. I got several questions about this beef. First of which being, yo, where Unc and them at? Y'all gonna just let T.I. and them ride? Y'all gonna let the family dynamic, the family business just ride on your man? I thought y'all was supposed to be 10 toes down for 50. Where y'all at? Not Mr. Year-End Wrap-Up Review, not the one that's one of the most hated and disrespectful in the game. You gonna let them ride on your man? Like, what's going on? I have yet to hear a diss track from you. Unc, what's going on, bro? Where y'all at? Y'all supposed to be the men that's supposed to ride out for your man. Like, I ain't heard a diss track from either one of you two Negroes yet. So what's the problem here? My next question becomes, what becomes of the troll of trolls? The man of men that is known for bullying the bullies. What happens to the bully when he gets bullied? What happens to the guy that is known on the internet for making people quake in their shoes because they're afraid he gonna bully them? Does this mean that Ja Rule is gonna start coming out the woodwork, dropping receipts on 50, dropping memes and disses on 50? Does this mean that Rick Ross is gonna start dissing 50 again? Like, are we gonna really go back to that? Does that mean that Fat Joe gonna drop a diss record? Does that mean that Tierra Marie is going to start dropping memes on 50? Remember about that little revenge corn case that she got on him, that, you know, he was, I believe it was him, where he alleged to have dropped some videos about her. Like, what happens now to the bully, that now he's been bullied by a 20-year-old kid? What happens to the bully that he's been destroyed by T.I. and then psychoanalyzed and dissed in the same song with Damani's record? What happens to him now? That's what I would like to know. What becomes of 50 Cent's legacy? Are people, let's just take it from this perspective. What about the hip hop heads? The ones that are knee deep in the music game. How do y'all view 50 Cent as far as the music industry? How is he looked at in the rap game? Because in my opinion, you can't even call this a battle. A battle is between two people who agree to mutual combat, throwing whatever, either fists, rounds from weapons, or verbal jousts at each other. All this was basically directed one way after the initial shot was fired. 50 dropped that little thing about Tiny, and it's been nothing but one-way shots coming from T.I.'s family's direction. Yo, think about this, y'all. This is insane. An entire family. I don't think this has ever really happened in the history of hip-hop. This has got to be a first that I can think of. You have groups that have gone to battle. The NWAs and Ice Cube, the Lynch Mob, and different ones that have had rap battles over the years. I'm trying to think, like the Juice Crews and all those rappers from back in the day that were a part of groups and super groups that went to war with other groups in the music industry, as far as straight and verbal shots back and forth. D12 and Murder Inc. I'm talking about an actual family, blood related, going at a rapper because of a diss. I don't think that's ever really happened in the history of music, but here we are now. This is truly a first. Think about this, y'all. An entire family of musical artists went at one guy's neck because of the disrespect he showed their mom. And here's the amazing part. And I didn't actually find this out until last night. My coworker actually put me onto this. Damani ain't even Tiny's child. Damani isn't even Tiny's son. That kid, Damani, belongs to a whole nother woman, but that man stood 10 toes down for this woman because, in effect, that woman helped raise him. That is loyalty. I'm sorry, but anybody that ain't riding for their mom like that, send them back. Give them back. Because that's how I would want somebody to ride out for my wife, especially when she was there. So I gotta give much props to King and Damani. They stood 10 toes down. And the crazy part is, we ain't even got to all the other kids yet. Apparently, T.I. got a kid that's kind of like on his Lenny Kravitz thing. I saw a post last night where somebody said, I'm not sure of this young man's name, but apparently he been laying down some music. They said he might as well pick up that guitar and get in the field. Imagine if the girls start rapping. Oh no. Are you kidding me? Imagine what if somebody said a joke? What if SWV decided to drop a diss track? Like that's enough. At this point, enough is enough. Either 50 got to get in the booth or this battle is over. As far as I'm concerned, this battle done. There's no way he can recover from this. As my BFF said, you can't out-meme nobody. You can't meme your way out of this. You can't post your way out of this. You can't drop no tapes. You can't do nothing with Damani and King because they ain't done nothing to really put themselves in a bad position on the internet, social media wise. You ain't got nothing on them. Okay, so you want to come at King's lips. Who ain't talked about that boy's lips? Who ain't talked about that boy's facial features? Guess what? He talked about your dead mama. He dug your dead mama up out the grave. I know certain content creators that have a history of doing that. If you know, you know. So they can relate to that. But, I mean, he dug your mama up. And all you could do was post a picture of that boy as a caricature using a meme. He put your mother on a t-shirt and was smoking on a pack. And you just thought the best thing to do was to post a meme? Dude, that is so, like, lowbrow. It's not even funny. This man decided, oh, you want to have a meme war? Okay, let's have it. Guess what? King won that war, bruh. He won that war. You ain't getting around that shit. You're not getting around it. You're not even close to hitting that boy where his feelings would be hurt. Because guess what? He got what any kid would want. He got a golden opportunity to live his life, do what he want to do, and the money is there. See, the difference between all these other people and the Harris family is, this is where 50 fucked up. 50 fucked up where he allowed himself to engage in a war with a group of people that have nothing to gain from him. That's the part where 50 fucked up. You engaged in a social media war with people that aren't looking to gain anything from you. King don't got nothing to gain from you. His daddy basically is in control and will financially put him in a position where he needs to be at the snap of his fingers. Same with the Monty. They are in their own lane. They're doing their thing. They don't need to do anything with you to gain anything else because they have what they need. Same with T.I. T.I. is established. He is cemented in hip-hop. Unlike Ja Rule, who needs to engage in something with someone but is afraid to cross a boundary with you because everybody fears you, or there's something that he could possibly lose from engaging with you. The Harris boys ain't got to worry about shit, because guess what? They got what they need. That's the problem. You engaged in a social media war with people that ain't got nothing to gain from you and nothing to lose. That's where you messed up. Somebody should have got in your ear and told you to calm the hell down. But I don't think you would have listened because you're 50. You're all knowing. You think you know every fucking thing. But clearly you don't. Because if you did, someone would have told you to stop this shit. And now, what was the last meme we saw from you? The last post. They hurt my feelings and you getting on the jet. Unless you going to fly to some expensive ass studio to go record a record, your career is toast. As far as the music game goes. I'm not saying that your entire career is done, because you're going to have your little show on Stars or Showtime or whatever. You're going to have your little show. You're going to have your projects. But as far as the music career goes, you can never step foot in a venue again and rap, and people now look at you like you're a straight